14116. An era of changing surnames and marriage between blood relatives. Question. In lecture 14076, you delivered a Dharma teaching regarding Cheonbangji Chukmajulpa. In that lecture, you mentioned that surnames can also change. If surnames can change freely, it will become difficult to verify bloodlines or relative relationships through surnames and clan origins, Bangwan alone, and there might be cases where people unknowingly marry close blood relatives. Although sharing the same surname or clan origin does not in itself automatically imply a genetic issue, it is known that marriage between people with close blood ties actually increases genetic risks for their descendants. In a future society where the connection between surnames and bloodlines grows weaker, I request a teaching of wisdom on what standards or systems should be put in place to prevent marriages between close blood relatives. Korea, this Joseon of ours, that has come all this way strictly abiding by this rule, will be immensely confused. While we were evolving and growing, this was something that had to be strictly observed. However, evolution and growth have ended now. So, how much longer will humanity operate in the future? From now on, 30% of people will no longer be born on this earth. Of the humanity currently living, 30% will reincarnate and will never be born again. This will continue down through the next generation and the generation after that. Now, if we were to take surnames and prevent bloodlines from marrying each other and having children together like that, and if things kept going that way, something would mix together. But if DNA and genetic factors do not spread out and keep circulating within the same pool, genetic mutations occur. This does not happen in just a single year, but as it continues over several generations, mutations begin to occur rapidly. Even when it was strictly observed, people ended up doing it without knowing their own surnames or ran away to live together. Things like this were socially quite noticeable. In the old days, royals married among royals. To prevent that, there were times when they exchanged with royals from other countries as well. There is a culture that tried various approaches. However, how will it be in the future? In the future, it is no longer about preserving bloodlines. Even if all bloodlines mix together, and the rule that people of the same surname and clan origin must not marry vanishes entirely, that is completely fine. Even if people of the same surname and clan origin marry each other, children with congenital deformities will absolutely not be born anymore. This era has come to an end. The pre-heaven era, Seonchen, is over. Now is the era of liberation, Hadal, where how we wrap things up and what I do for you are what matter. We cannot be holding on to bloodlines to decide what is acceptable or not. Even if we let go of all this, it will take a long time until the habits we hold are corrected properly. From now on, it is okay to let all of this go. Furthermore, over several generations, things will not mix that easily. Now there are no commoners, Sangmin. Those things where the state or those in power determined your bloodline to make you a commoner must all be eliminated. We must all gain knowledge together and work for society. Now, everyone must return as heavenly children, Chonson. Therefore, we are all heavenly children, and even if it seems like the bloodlines have not been mixed, they are already all mixed together. Even if people said they would not marry within the same bloodline, it was all mixed up behind the scenes without anyone knowing. Still, there is no problem. It was enough that efforts were made to that extent. Thus, there is no longer a need to be so stubborn about it now. Therefore, everything will be opened up. It will be opened up, and for the people who handle state affairs, it will take time while they debate whether it works or not. However, in heaven, everything is opened up. Let everyone be free. Do not be bound anywhere. Everything can be resolved while cooperating with one another, so do not stay stuck in those things. Though this decree of heaven is being handed down right now, it will take a little time for it to be realized on earth. It is not that this decree is being issued without knowing that. Once this decree is handed down, calculating when and what percentage will become what, and when and what percentage will become what, brings out all the answers. So do not worry about such things thinking, doesn't this violate something? Those are things we create. When nature opens things up, there is a reason for it. Therefore, surnames can be changed at any time, and from now on, everything can be opened up. Please understand it this way.